I think I've always wanted to create something that had the deepest kind of connection and meaning to my own journey, to this whole chiaroscuro, this where light meets dark, and how we kind of both, how as human beings we hold lightness and dark together in our personalities, in our makeup, in our DNA. And as I kind of watched this process, this ancient process of photography, I realized that there was something that connected deeply within my own humanity that I wanted to try and explore deeper within photography. And as I kind of, as I watched and then rewatched and watched again, and this whole process of holding a plate and pouring these chemicals onto it and then adding this collodion mix to silver nitrate in a bath, and then that becomes light sensitive for a negative image to be made on a plate by applying light to it. And then you take that into a dark room and pour developer on it, and suddenly you're left with a negative plate that has been crafted in such a beautiful, dynamic way that is so far removed from any digital process. It just caught my imagination and my soul. What happens then when you get this negative image? You put it into a fix bath, and then this negative image before your eyes turns to a positive image. So your appearance comes through the fog of the fix. And you see something that resonates much deeper than a digital image that clicks on your camera or your phone immediately, without filters or anything like that. And my friend would say that he has photographed people and they've seen their grandparents in their own image. And so it almost transcends time. But I think there is something timeless within this process, and something pure that you don't get with digital, or even film actually. With film you get this, and grain is lovely, and it gives another effect. But there's something really pure about this process, with all its fragility, that nothing else comes close to. It's an experience. You don't come in for an hour shoot. You spend half a day or a day in the studio. And so what you reach into someone far deeper than you would a very quick shoot in a studio, in a modern studio, a contemporary way of taking pictures. It's more than just having a picture. This is a one-off. This is a plate that you walk away with, a physical plate. This is you, as raw as it comes. And I think that's where it exposes your soul. It exposes something really deep within that person who's sitting. I always wanted to photograph like Frank Auerbach painted. I always wanted to find a way that felt rich and meaningful and creative, and a challenge, actually, a real challenge. And I think one of the things about this process is that you physically make this. So it's like every sense that you have, it's a sensory thing, it's a sensual thing, that you're emotionally involved in it, you're physically involved in it, you're spiritually involved in it. And no other form of photography has come close to that. And it felt right in an age that is so disposable and so immediate and lacking for me almost in depth, that I went back to the future. Life is full of blurred moments that we can't make sense of. And I think what I love about this process and the depth of field you get with these old lenses that I use, some from 1870s, is that there are parts that have to be pin sharp, and I tend to go for an eye that is pin sharp, because that's the route into the soul. But everything else around that image then becomes slightly blurred, and I think for me that represents what life's like, and so there's an authenticity about this process that feels far more real and connects with us on a deeper level.